It's loading!
Centuries ago, the desert region of Khorzaire was ruled by a powerful god emperor. This emperor, Wenceslas, the first and only monarch of the continent, would walk out from his balcony each evening and gaze upon the endless garden of desert roses. Brightly shone the moon one night, though the heat was cruel. The endless ocean of red stirred something in him. Wenceslas called a page to his side. "Bring me flesh and bring me wine. I go to make the lands of the north mine." Gearing for conquest, the might of Khorzaire's elite surged forward to claim territory and spoils. The God Emperor bid his page advice, firmly binding him to his fate. "Keep the fires going, so that we might have a beacon for our glorious return. Mark my footsteps, good page. Tread thou in them boldly. I have left a magic that shall signal my demise. By my falling, my people shall know eternal life." The page knew not what happened in the north, though the petals of the desert roses in that sea of garden eventually were plucked and strewn in the fires of civil war. With no emperor, those who sought power feuded. Then, catastrophe struck Khorzaire years after Wenceslas departed. Earthquakes rended the earth, and an eerie sheet of fog clouded the kingdom. Refugees began pouring out of what is now known as the nation of Cyril, assimilating and forming other nations outside of the walls they once knew. Terrifying creatures sprang forth from cracks and dunes to bear down on the populace as the fog spread, until finally its encroaching halted. And there it sat. For centuries, a dire wall of dead gray mist hung over the nation of Cyril. In a way, this ended the wars. Survivors put aside their differences to accommodate refugees and dashed away ideas of usurping the throne. And for several hundred years, this was how Khorzaire prospered. Under the leadership of several merchant kings and princes, trade flourished even as Khorzaire was separated from the mainland, forming its own continent. Nations sprung up under each merchant king. The Hollandis nation of the west is ruled by a stoic individual named Zonrune. Zonrune's nation is trusted with operating the busiest harbor city on the west side of Khorzaire, the city that allows the rest of the nation to continue turning. It is in this harbor city, Tenuto, the Horizon's Gate, that we begin our humble tale. Tenuto is enjoying a rare occasion where it is the magical time of year where the city celebrates a cycle of rebirth and renewal, where new beginnings come from another beginning's end, or spring up from the simplicity of asking a question. The ship navigates around the sandbars of the Manta Bay before docking into port. There's a bustle of activity as everyone prepares for the next leg of their journey. And against this port, the cargo ship Zapoppin has docked. There's the sounds of creaking ropes, slapping waves, and heavy ramps clattering down to the piers below. There's shouts of direction from both ship and crew and port attendants, and queues begin to form. Merchants and their wares are lurched toward one exit while travelers move towards another. A particularly thorny gold dragonborn with a wide-brimmed leather hat beckons to a new companion that he made on the voyage. "Ahoy, Xalia! Looks like this is our stop." He grabs a duffel bag of belongings, hoists it over his shoulder, and descends, calling over his shoulder, Let's meet back up right after customs. Them Doomstriders is strict, but tell them what they want, and the sooner we can grab some pudding." There's some movement. This figure that the Dragonborn was referring to gathers their things, and Xalia, as you stand on this starboard ramp for the world to see, please describe yourself.
Well, darn, I was going to use her token for reference, but because for once, she actually looks kind of like her token.
Well, there you go.
There's the token.
One token provided.
Not exactly, of course. She's got the whole black and white theme going on, but mostly just, that approximately. She's got, for today, she's wearing a wide-brimmed hat and some sunglasses and a pretty slick black outfit. For the most part, she actually looks normal from, ways away. She's got longish black hair with white streaks, yada yada. Of course, if you look for more than about 5 seconds, you can see that, those are a lot of eyes behind those sunglasses. Those are some spines propping up that hat, huh? Oh. So, yeah. She's just gonna gather up her things and wander off after her new friend.
Alright. So, stand on the starboard side. You descend this ramp that leads into the rest of the harbor city. It's noisy with heavy barrels that are rolling across cobblestones, mingling with voices that are shouting and cursing many languages throughout the port. There's the aroma of unfamiliar spices and tropical fruits mixed with the wharf side smells of fish, tar, and canvas. There's a booth that everyone is respecting that with a couple of vigilant sentinels that are asking questions and exchanging papers. The line is pushing in that direction. Gliding up to it, you are met with a fit man seated with another strong man behind him standing. This arrangement is duplicated over a few booths with a congregation of more guard-looking folk behind them. All of these people are wearing hawk or other bird-like headgear with a navy blue cowl or muffler around their neck and sort of puffy pants. The toned muscles of their upper torso are bared to the sun. You can see him do a double take at your dragonborn friend, then acknowledges your arrival, and clearing his throat, the one before you appears to be reading from a prompt. Hello, sir, madam, choose appropriate. Is this your first time in Khorzaire?
I got a thumbs up.
Ship's charter, please.
Do I have that?
Yes.
Okay, give it to him.
He thumbs through it. While doing so, he asks you another question. Would your arrival best be described as adventurer, immigrant, or native Circle 1 during your time in Khorzaire?
He's going to illusion circle the adventure.
He's going to stop what he's doing, then look at the prompt, and look at it 2 more times. Yes, take a travel pamphlet, take care in the heat, please refrain from dying, enjoy your stay, and be pleased.
She'll give him a quick bow and move on.
And you're allowed to depart.
Okay.
The travel pamphlet, if you take a look at it, just warns about how hot it can get. It warns about dying is very heavily frowned upon.
Beautiful. Don't say.
It's actually against the law.
Unbelievable.
You die, you go to jail.
Yeah. That kind of thing. So, turning to go, you maneuver through this crowd of people. You stroll forward, glancing about, looking for your voyage buddy, and taking the rest of the scene of the docks. The merchant line is moving very slowly as they load and unload. You're in the quicker line with travelers. There's people picking stuff up, putting stuff down, large things, small things, some as big as your head. Coin is being exchanged, and this might be the first time you've seen a large raptor creature being used as a beast of burden.
Xalia will remember this.
As satchels and haversacks are draped over these creatures. They themselves are barking and communicating with one another. It is a huge time of greetings, of farewells, of acknowledgement between all these peoples. There are many types of peoples in this very busy harbor doing many different types of things. You even observe an individual with snake-like features eyeing a large piece of clearly masterwork and obviously very expensive art covetously for a moment before returning to scrutinizing the travelers that are disembarking. And there he is. The gold dragonborn trots up to you, already holding a coconut filled with beverage and a little umbrella.
Give him a smile and a wave.
Comes over to you. Hope I didn't keep you waiting. We need to get to the Coral Serpent. It's an in-tavern duplex that we're meeting our money at. Now, I admit I ain't got
He's back at the head tilt.
Now, I admit I ain't got my bearings. It's all I could do to find this drink. And he's, like, noisily slurping from a straw.
Xalia now has her own drink. It's not real. It looks exactly like his.
His eyes go wide for a moment, and, like, his mouth goes open. He's like, What? Ain't you? Oh, I get it. I reckon we'll be needing someone to lead us through this here chaos of a festival. And probably in the instant gratification of what Denoto would call a coinkydink, striding towards you is a confident-looking lizard man. Zoaz, if you could describe yourself.
Alright. Zoaz is a lizard man with dark purple scales, nearly black. His, what would normally be the underside of a lizard, the counter shading, he's got cream-colored scales. On those scales, he's got a tattoo of the starry night sky, points, connected in constellations and such. And he is wearing a light, sort of, not baggy, but it's very airy, sort of white cloak with a hood over it, or with a hood that is pulled up so you can really only see the muzzle, or his muzzle, currently. He strides up and says, I heard you to require a guide.
Xalia shrugs.
The gold dragonborn tips his hat and takes you up on your offer. It's like, well, ain't you just the most curious guy around here? We was just talking about needing a guard. Why, yes, but my name is Denoto Steele. I'm new and I just got back after some years of travel. It's my birthday soon, and I'm meeting some friends. This here's my new acquaintance Xalia, and we need to get to the Coral Serpent. And I ain't been here in a while. Things has changed so much around here, and
Zoaz tilts his head at the birthday hat that has suddenly appeared on top of Denoto's cowboy hat. Denoto and Xalia, I see. Well,
Xalia gives a little wave.
You're looking to go to the Coral Serpent. I certainly know the way. I may take you there if you'd like. Oh, and I should introduce myself. My name is Zoaz Ituusk. I am a member of the Order of the Moonlight Shepherd, a group faithful to Selene that guides people around the savannah.
Denoto slaps his knee and hoots and hollers well, I reckon we got us a good one, Xalia.
And it smirks. And, does a little nod, as Zoaz.
So, to the Coral Serpent, then?
If and you please, lead on.
And Zoaz will lead the way.
Denoto takes another slurp from his straw, from his coconut drink. And you guys head on out. As Zoaz leads a couple steps ahead. Sorry, got ahead of myself. Beyond the wharf, Tenuto is an explosion of color. Buildings are painted in bright shades of orange, cream, or salmon pink, or their walls are adorned with murals portraying whimsical beasts and mythical heroes. Each building sports clay urns and hanging baskets of colorful blossoms or draped by leafy vines climbing their corners. There's wandering musicians. Let's see here. Bloop, bloop. Let me get some people over here. There's wandering musicians in bright, loose clothing that are adorned
I do not own
with
any tokens. Oh, there we go. They're adorned with?
dun, 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 dun.
Sorry.
I realized that. There you go.
Mhm.
Now,
I can see.
what was I saying? Wandering musicians in bright, loose clothing adorned with feathers and shells are performing while walking. There's multicolored pennants and sun awnings that are fluttering atop the city walls. There's a crowd of children dressed in oversized feather hats and capes that race past you, squealing with delighted terror as a street performer costumed as a big-toothed lizard stomps and roars behind them. The whole city seems to be bustling, sweating, laughing, swearing, singing, praising, and rejuvenating under the fair's blessings. And framed, and the entire city is framed by these massive rock carvings in the shape of minotaur horns. As Zoaz leads a couple steps ahead, you can see the ground floors of most buildings are made of stucco-covered stone. Rock carvings. No, the other kind.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. What was that? Stucco. So most buildings are made of stucco-covered stone and have tiny windows to keep out the heat at street level. The upper floors have thatch walls with enormous windows to let in the breeze under broad eaves. And then, if you'd like, you can take a moment to take in the sights or grab a drink. Do it, do whatever you like. Otherwise, I'll just keep you guys moving.
Zoaz is going to take some time to turn around and say, "You two have had a fortuitous landing here in Tenuto. It is the time of the Tishrei, a festival of great import around here. It's somewhat signals rebirth, renewals, new beginnings. Fortuitous timing."
Bailey is only half paying attention. She's watching people run around.
And what a movement.
Occasionally she'll throw in a minor illusion just to mess with him.
You like minor illusion, something in front of the kids. The tabaxi youngling kind of like jumps, like vaults over it, and then kind of looks backward at it, kind of quizzically. What was that? And then keeps
He's only going to let the minor illusion to last for a fraction of a second.
Yeah.
Noticing that Xalia is a bit distracted, Zoaz is going to tap his staff on the ground twice, and using thaumaturgy, speak loudly. "Xalia, if you would please keep up. I would not like to have to find you in this crowd."
And she'll be right there, basically as soon as you start talking. Like she's not falling behind. She's just not paying 100% attention to you.
Mm-hmm. It is easy to get lost amongst the crowd.
He kind of shrugs, stares at you with behind those sunglasses.
It's at about this time I think Zoaz would peer just a little bit past the sunglasses.
And be met with this insect-like hive of black eyes, yeah?
He narrows his eyes a bit. Well, I will... Let us be on our way. And turns and continues leading you to the Coral Serpent.
Denoto will pipe up and is like, "Tishrei? I don't remember that name when I was here last time. I thought they changed it."
It is an old name. Sure. Certainly.
Oh, so the vintage original is what you're saying.
Something like that. Yes.
Alright, well then. Color me impressed, I say. And probably at that time, he narrowly dodges and ducks under a raptor, just moving its head just with a mouth full, cheeks puffing, full of water after it just took a big, huge drink. Water going everywhere from its mouth. And then Ducks grabs his head. Whoa! These critters is everywhere.
So, did they culturally appropriate this festival? Name it something else? Is that what is happening?
Probably. You don't know. You're not there.
Got him.
Pushing through the crowd, you get a sense of its ebb and flow, and arrive at the Coral Serpent. From the outside, it looks cheerful, folksy, welcoming. Small stones that are decorated with shells, and there's these huge stone beams that are painted salmon. They make up most of the building's outer structure. It's tough to see through the curtain windows, but the enjoyment from within can be felt outside. As you enter the tavern through the thick wooden door, Lydia makes an adjustment real quick. Okay, as you enter the tavern through the thick wooden door, you're welcomed by amazing but unknown scents and the smell of alcohol. The bartender is engaged in a conversation, but still manages to welcome you with a wave. It's as enchanting inside as it is on the outside. There's stone beams that support the upper floor and the light fixtures attached to them. The walls are packed with rows of painted portraits. You recognize the bartender on one of them, so the others must be friends, family, or previous owners. The tavern itself is packed. Passing traders seem to be the primary clientele here, which often leads to exciting evenings. There's several long tables that are occupied by what looks like couples, lone travelers, and anybody else who enjoys great company. The other smaller tables are also occupied by people who are probably starting to reach the point of having drunk too much, though nobody seems to mind. Even most of the stools at the bar are occupied, though nobody seems to mind more company. Donato casts a steely gaze around and shrugs. She ain't here yet. Guess we'll find a table and tuck in till Zeus get here. And look around, you manage to find a seat next to a Kenku and an elderly elf. For a moment, Xalia, you are reminded of an old friend, but realize that this one lacks the crimson swoosh. Twig and then Makayla. Twig and then Makayla, please describe yourselves.
You can go ahead first.
Okay. Twig is sitting at the table, laughing at the stories from the elf next to him. He's wearing a tattered black cloak that's covering up a set of leather armor that's covered in tools, small sacks, and other knickknacks. He also has a necklace covered in a couple simple stones and baubles. He has a black beak and dark gray feathers that are kind of patchy in a place or two where some feathers are missing. And he's just sitting at the table and telling stories and enjoying himself. As he sees the group approach him, he waves them over and says, "Hey, come on, have a seat. We're having a good time." Did you want to go ahead?
Sorry. Yeah. Alright. So Makayla would be sort of regaling the various stories of, like, all sorts of different things. She herself is kind of hard to tell, but you can just make out, like, the pointy ears of an elf lady. She's definitely... Her face is sort of a little bit obscured by the heavy... Like, she's in a lot of heavy... Or not heavy, but, like, a lot of layers of robes and cloths and shawls. All, like, blacks, grays with, like, red highlights. Kind of contrast. Similar patterns to, I guess, sort of the things you would see outside, but the colors are starkly different. Yeah. Oh, God, I sort of lost my train of thought. But yeah, she'd be sort of just regaling any stories to little Kenku besides her as you all just, like, approach and didn't say anything, or do you just like walk up?
I mean, Xalia's just gonna sit down and kind of wave, a little bit of a mysterious smile on her face.
Mm-hmm.
Zoaz sort of strolls up and gently pulls out a chair, takes a seat, leaning his staff up against the table. It would probably be noticeable at this point that at the tip of the staff is a shard of obsidian, not connected, but floating slightly above the tip. And he would say, "Hello, friends. These two have just arrived in town, and as a member of the Moonlight Shepherd, I figured I should show them where they would like to go, which happened to be the Coral Serpent."
Makayla would kind of raise an eyebrow a little bit when you say Moonlight Shepherd, but would respond, well, they've picked a good time to come to the town, or come to the city. I'm sure that they're very thankful for your service, Shepherd. So, if they're a friend of a shepherd, then they're a friend of the wake. And she would, I guess, she'd put her hand out to either one of them and introduce herself. My name is Makayla. And
the Kenku nods and says, "The name's Twig, by the way."
Xalia will smile and nod and wave.
so it's Makayla's hand just being left there. Alright. She'll slowly...
Unless Denoda or Zoaz is gonna grab it, no.
Zoaz doesn't immediately reach out. But he does say, "Makayla and Twig. My name is Zoaz Ituusk, and it is nice to meet you."
Denodo takes a big slurp from his coconut drink. It's still in his hand. He managed to bring it all the way in. And he'll nod at you both and shake hands if there's one available. Denodo's steel at your service. Just blew in from. I'm actually from this town. This Altenudo. It pulls my heartstrings that I'm back. If you don't mind, if I was sitting here, I got a meeting coming up with one of my old friends, and seeing as it's so busy around here, and like as he says this, someone else walks past you guys, and has a seat at the table next to you. It's kind of like slumps in. Seeing as it's busy around here, I hope you don't mind us holding it here at this table. You can listen in if you want. Listen is free.
No, of course not. It is tradition in the wake to welcome anybody to an open table. I myself am waiting for what looks right at Zoaz, a fellow member of the Moonlight Shepherds. Would you happen to know?
I may. I am not aware of all in my order, but I do my best to remember those I've met. What is their name, perchance?
Makayla checks her notes.
He's very slow right now, I'm sorry. It's Elena Moonstride.
Elena Moonstride? Of course I know Elena. She is the leader of our order. And a great friend to have.
Indeed. Dude, she is. Oh, I knew I forgot something. Makayla looks old. Like, even for an elf who lived, known to live or have youthful appearances for a very long time, they're hundreds of year lifespan. Like you could see like the signs of aging are hitting Makayla.
Mhm.
Sorry, continue.
I don't have anything
Oh,
else.
what do you happen? Was she with you?
Unfortunately, no. I was not privy to her intents on this day.
Oh, okay. I will kind of have a briefly serious and kind of somber look. So we'll kind of quickly try and be more friendly and like welcoming, I guess.
Zoaz does pipe up. I do believe that Elena was away on business before the tea tray, though I know not of her whereabouts currently. It's entirely possible she's on her way right now.
I sure hope so. I'm afraid I didn't get your name. I look towards Xalia.
Well, he would look at you with the most wide-eyed expression you could imagine, but she's currently behind sunglasses, so you can't really see that unless you're looking close.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to just pull herself up out of the chair
Mm-hmm.
and stand up and do her little canned introduction thing, which is to say, she is going to minor illusion a doppelganger, like a copy of herself, standing in the exact same position she is.
Mm-hmm.
She is then going to bow. And the auditory portion of that will be in triplicate, three voices at once. Xalia, wandering illusionist. At which point she will step away from the illusion, bow to it, and it will dissipate into smoke. And then she will sit back down, looking kind of sheepish.
Makayla will do like a light little clapping. Sort of little chuckle, like, very good, very good. Nice. Pleasure to meet you, Xalia.
Denoto leans forward, on his elbows, and points a thumb at Xalia. Ain't she the coolest? She can do that all day.
She continues to have a slight, sheepish look on her face.
Mm-hmm. Also, Makayla isn't like staring at you, Xalia, or anything. Like, she's not gonna be looking close enough to notice some of your oddities, I guess. Yeah.
That's a good word to describe it.
Yeah.
Xaliaisms.
Mm-hmm.
Xaliaism.
She'll turn to the kobold and be like, and say, "Well, with her around, I'm sure no day is boring."
Absolutely not. Definitely made them 4 days on the voyage fly by.
What brings you to the city? Assume it's not for the festival.
Well, it kind of is, It's my birthday soon, and it lines up with the fair and everything, and I'm here on some kind of renewal journey myself. I figured I've been away for a while, it's time to come back, start over.
Zoaz looks at Twig, raises one scaly eyebrow. His hood is down, by the way, upon entering the tavern. Raises one scaly eyebrow at Twig, and says nothing.
Twig looks back at him and says, "What? Do I have something on my beak?"
No.
Makayla kind of covers her mouth and chuckles a little bit.
Xalia and I met on the boat. She got her own adventure. It ain't my place to say, but yeah. Drinks from his coconut.
Big, long, conspicuous slurp.
Just a quick question to DM / Thulius. Is Snake just vibing over there, or?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah,
Who says that's Thulius?
What's that got to do with this?
Yeah.
Is Makayla? I'm gonna say that at least one more time. Is Makayla like looking over at the snake person?
I mean, would have they walked past her, so she would like it would be in her periphery.
Okay.
Just that's why I asked. So it's just kind of like she, like in her like the side of her sight. She wouldn't be like looking at it, but if it was doing anything, like not conspicuous, but like it would get her attention. She would see it.
Okay. From your peripheral vision and just keeping a side eye on this individual, they are big chillin'.
All right. Cool. Oh, just realized I don't think I've asked. What brings you here, Twig?
Well, I just came in here from the east and just got into town. I've just been trying to get my bearings lately, and it looks like I came at a good time. I've never seen anything like this festival.
Very pridefully, Makayla will say, it's truly is one of the Wake's most holy days, or not days, holy of events. We're so proud to be able to run it every year. Get better at it every year. The dancers are just superb this year.
The gold dragonborn will pipe up as well. Oh, it sure is the best place to be on Khorzaire. You know, during this time of year, they got singing, dancing, games. He leans forward and like moves his entire head and neck when he says the next word. Food. We got drink. Man, I love her here in Tenudo. I miss this place.
It is a nice place to visit.
Dayla's just gonna, while this is going on, have a look around at all the other patrons here. Anyone interesting stand out?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Okay.
We'll see who you get.
I see you conspicuously head back here.
You find a fight.
Alright,
Not seeing shit.
you look around.
The sunglasses are in the way.
Yeah, and like you're wearing your sunglasses inside, so like
Yeah.
you look around, and all of the patrons seem interested in their own table. There's many different people from all walks of life. There's people that are wearing these metal contraptions that are strapped to their wrists and forearms, kind of like bracers. There's small people. There's large people. There's huge people. In fact, like you look over in the corner and like there's this huge ogre that is currently like in a contest of ale drinking against what must be like a fair goer. They've got like their set of fire sticks next to them, and they're just downing ale after ale, just glug glug glug, as the people that are in the tables that are around them, you know, casually watch with this bemused grin. You glance over the bartender that gave you a wave. He seems like he knows absolutely what he's doing. It's this small gnome with this red mane of hair and like a little red goatee. He's got glasses, and he's just whipping up drink after drink. He's helped by some co-workers that are maneuvering the drinks around throughout the tavern, and he seems very busy but very confident. Like as packed as this tavern is, there is not a bead of sweat on his brow. So you just take that in note, and then just aside from the spectacle in the corner, you're not really able to discern much from the other from the other patrons. However, at the time that you do finish your cursory gaze, gaining your surroundings, a woman does walk in, adding to the clientele in this tavern. Is a caramel-skinned woman with dark hair, short on one side and flowing on the other. She looks around, the locks of hair whipping around on her face. They cover some light, angular-shaped tattoos on her cheek and brow. She's clothed in a dual-color red and green robe that's held fast with a sash decorated with gold buttons, and she seems to be wearing this smirk perpetually. She spies the gold dragonborn and who hails her and beckons her over, and walks over and has a seat, and she identifies herself, but not before greeting Denoto profusely. Denoto, hello! I haven't seen you in so many years. I'm so glad you're back. Oh, hello. You must be his friends. My name is Juice. I'm here to welcome you, but mostly him. I'm here to welcome you to Tenuto. Greetings. And she extends her hand for any handshakes or other greeting.
I'll return it. Makayla will say Makayla of the Wake.
Okay.
Twig will return it as well.
Yeah, all right. Everyone gets a firm handshake, like a business conductor's handshake. And Juice explains, or rather opens her mouth to explain more of whatever topic she was about to do when, let's see here, she is interrupted by a slam of the door, just as a human, goggles on his eyes, staggers in out of breath, and he's barely got the sand brushed off of him from outside. Chuman, if you would describe yourself, please.
Chuman is a about mid skin tone human. What's my stuff missing? He has a scarf hanging around his neck with scale chainmail around his entire body. Looks like he also has a small hoodie just to cover whatever he has on his back. His goggles, you cannot see his eyes. You cannot see through it, so you can't see his eyes necessarily. But they are currently on it over his eyes. He comes into the tavern out of breath, on his knees, just trying to catch his breath. As the tavern sort of gives a quick glance and then goes back to what they're doing. Chuman then speaks up, says, I heard that there was a request for some cave diving, I believe.
There's a moment, and this gold dragonborn holds out a 3/4 drunk, depleted coconut with some kind of beverage in it. You look like you're thirsty there, chap. You want some?
Chuman looks over, seeing the golden dragonborn almost stumbling out of the chair. Says, yes. Drink would definitely be great. Don't mind that I join you. And then comes to join the table and says, name's Chuman. pleasure to meet all of you.
Seems we
You
are
get a slight wave from Xalia. Sorry.
seems we're developing somewhat of a crowd at this table, eh?
Tends to happen.
Twig nods and says, "The more the merrier."
Ju spells her name for the party. And Chuman, when you drink this drink, it is horridly sweet and fruity. It is. It's clearly alcohol, but it is overwhelmed with fruit. It's a very tasty drink. It's like the kind that makes you go, kind of like smack your lips afterwards.
Chuman downs the entire thing in one in just one attempt, and puts the glass down and just exactly what I needed.
The gold dragonborn like kind of points at you. He's like, "Now there's a man I like." Juice explains, goes on. Yes, the job, that was me. Yes, Chuman, go ahead, I accept. In fact, the more the merrier, really. I am in dire straits. Donato, I called you here because, well, I know you're very capable, and I figure that anyone that you hang around is also very capable. You see, I'll get to the point, and you can see this kind of like fast-talking woman puts both of her palms down on the table and addresses the group. So now, you see, you'll recall the recent earthquake, yes? Looks around, curious.
Xalia shakes her head.
Zoaz nods.
Yeah, just a silent nod.
Chuman nods.
Yes, well, that jettisoned a few floating platforms, about 15 minutes ride to the north, and there was a scramble, of course, for everyone to go and map it. The Sparkers Guild is always trying to explore and spelunk, even if spelunking is upwards. Oh yes, that's me. I belong to that guild. I am a Sparker. I am responsible for quite a few inventions. I don't have any with me, or else I would show you, of course. But you see, myself and my lizard friend, Rizbiff, we were exploring. He has. He accompanies me on our explorations. You see, we found many interesting things. There's these warm plates that just exist to be warm. It's so weird. There's these old architecture. There's this impenetrable curtain of darkness at the ceiling. We found let's see. We found several statues that seemed like they were the key to opening the path. And then there was like Donato puts a hand on her shoulder. He's like, "Now slow down there, darling. You're confusing the people. You gotta start from the beginning."
Xalia, minor illusions, an approximation of everything she just described, like have the like hologram-like thing in the middle of the table.
Well, you can't confuse Xalia. She's sharp as a tack, you know. But we don't know these other people. You're confusing me, Zeus.
I mean, that's as much as to give out people visual reference as anything.
So after Donato's continued praise of Xalia, Zeus takes a breath and realigns herself and mentions, we were exploring, and but myself and my friend, his name is Rizbiff. We were learning everything that we could about this place. We found some interesting treasures, you see. I also don't have those with me, or else I would show you, but we were assaulted by cat beasts, and we had to beat a hasty retreat. Rizbiff's slow fall device malfunctioned, and he had to be left behind, and he hid, but while I was able to escape by just jumping off of the platform, the official request is, she kind of sighs, an exasperated sigh, "Please bring back Rizbiff, bring back my friend. The interesting things, whatever treasures you find, that's secondary. But please bring back my lizard friend. He has green scales, goggles not unlike Mr. Chuman's here, and he's a little eccentric. Can't miss him. I'll pay you nicely, and I'll even let you have a choice of one of my inventions. Upon his return, we can head back to my shop, my laboratory, and she just like continues stammering.
Are you asking all of us for your help?
Oh, yes, please. I think there's strength in numbers. You see, the more people that go in after him, the more people that contributes to the, there's a formula. You see, more people in, more people out when you rescue. I think.
Well, question to you, GM.
Hello.
Does cat people? Would that bring to mind anyone specific in this area that I know about?
Cat people?
Or a group of people?
What do you mean, cat people?
Didn't they say who attack them?
Oh, cat beasts.
Oh, cat beasts. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
People.
Okay,
sorry. I thought that was
but I will give you a nature or arcana check, your choice.
Arcana? I mean, they're both equally bad. Let's go nature. That seems more flavorful. Sorry, pardon me. My computer is... I'm not on my actual computer. I'm on a laptop, so it's pretty sluggish.
All good.
Okay. An 8. I mean, there's lions.
Okay.
So
Sky lions.
There's lions. There's sky lions. There's large bird creatures that are typically hunted by cat beasts. But cat beasts could be kind of anything. But anything that would threaten a Sparker, as capable as they are, you can't think of anything immediately that would cause this thing.
Okay.
Zoaz kind of pipes up. Juice, you said these islands were how far away to the north?
They're about a 15 minutes ride, on your Raptor, as you do.
As you do. I suppose if these cat beasts are so close, it would be wise for me to go and ascertain the danger of these islands. Mayhaps notifying the shepherds would be in order. So at the very least, I shall go and see that your friend Rizbiff is brought back safe and sound.
She runs over to you. Thank you, and holds your hands together. She's like, thank you, just shaking them in hers.
Hi, Sigma.
Zoaz says...
cat beast!
Zoaz says somewhat of a... he starts off with a smile, and then it kind of gets more and more uncomfortable as Juice continues to shake him. Turns less of a handshake, more of a shake.
Yeah, she does
body
a very
shake.
good 10 seconds.
And then he sort of, retreats his hand, and goes, yes, I will do my best, as will, I assume, everyone else who would like to accompany me.
Makayla gives a mysterious little smile and a thumbs up. Did she always have gloves?
Chuman pipes up, of course. It'll be a great chance to examine the cat beast.
Yes, I'm quite curious as well. There's a number of monstrosities that those could be.
Twig is kind of thinking to himself, and he says to Juice, the way you describe it, it seems like there could be a lot to learn over there, and it's clear that you care a lot about your friends, so I don't see why I shouldn't help as well.
She looks over at everyone. Oh, thank you very much. I'll I'll pay you, like I said, I'll pay you 200 gold. You can split it amongst yourselves, and also your choice. I'll let you choose one of my prized inventions. They won the showcase this year. In fact, you might. And then, like, she kind of like gets off topic and starts talking to herself more than anyone else about her inventions. And then, she snaps back at, and Denodo, it's good to see you again. Stay out of trouble this time. Are you coming along too? Denodo kind of like clears his throat uncomfortably. He's like, yeah. Yeah. It's good to be back, Zeus. Yeah, I'm going too. And I'll see you when we get back, eh? And then Zeus nods, smiles, and she will depart. The moment she does, Deno leans in. I ain't going.
You are not going.
You see, I just got back. It's my birthday soon. I need to find some people. There's some people that I need to find and speak with and let know that I'm back in town. You kids go on. There's more money for you all that way anyway. I'm not interested in money.
There is no shame in staying safe.
Besides, I want to see where that massive art piece was headed. I've been eyeballing it all boat ride. And I gotta make sure there, no one's doing anything weird. I got some catching up to do. I gotta make sure Zeus doesn't fall into a barrel of water or something.
I would be more concerned about yourself if Zeus were to catch you walking around here.
Oh, this city's big, son, let me tell you.
At any rate, well, the ride is only 15 minutes north, so it seems we may have some time to prepare ourselves if anyone needs it.
Yes. A couple of minutes would be grand after I just ran back from Blunky in the caves a little earlier.
I'm gonna go prepare me another one of them drinks. Chitty bye. You can have my share of the thing. I'll come, Xalia and new friends. I'll come find you after you come back. I'll be hanging out with Zeus. I'll smooth things over with her. Don't worry. And we'll both welcome you when you get back. Eh? All right, chitty bye. See the pirates.
Twig raises a claw and just says, "Now, there's just one small problem. He said it was a 15 minutes ride away, but I happen to not have a ride. I don't suppose any of you could help with that?"
Oh, well, it's not too difficult to find a raptor or two that can take us across the sands. We are in Tenuto, after all.
That's good news to hear then.
Yes. I wouldn't want to run the rest of the way there after I just ran back.
Perhaps some of the wake might be willing to lend you a raptor, since, well, they're not using it right now.
That would be great.
I'll go and whenever you go, I'll go with you and talk with them to see about procuring you some sort of ride.
You don't mind if I join you?
Vayla's is gonna kind of move herself there, like stand behind Twig.
She's fast.
Yes. Well, she'll sort of look around. She'll look to you, Xalia. Or she'll say, like, I suppose you wouldn't have a ride either, being new to this. And then she sort of looks at you, and now that you're so close to her, she sort of actually notices, is actually paying attention to your oddities, and it's like, oh, you are.
You get an extra wide smile.
You are very curious. What?
Is
Is
that
this an
a
illusion? Or is this... She kind of trails off.
player knowledge? Is that a wide smile or like a Xalia wide smile?
That's Xalia wide smile.
Oh, okay. So is it widening? Is it chest hair size?
And it's not wide. It's not in the process of widening. It's just more than should be on a human maw.
Mhm.
Zoaz makes
Fascinating.
a sort of discontent, harumph.
She's also gonna just tilt her head and look at you like she doesn't understand what she's talking about, and then put a gloved hand to her lips.
Well, I won't cry. And, well, the Nesher do not turn away anyone. So, whatever you look like, illusion or not, is of no consequence.
Okay, gonna smile and nod and kind of just,
And then she'll,
Thank
I guess,
you.
she'll sort of nod back, and then turn to Chuman. How you got here? How do you have a ride, or do I need to ask for an additional horse?
Unfortunately, you would need to ask an additional.
Okay. Turns to Zoaz. Sorry, how do you say your name?
Zoaz.
Zoaz, sorry. This is Zoaz. And you?
I have my own ride, though I thank you for the offer.
I figured that shepherds do, but out of courtesy.
Though
Just
we may want to replenish our ranks somewhat. I was assuming that our good friend Denoto would be accompanying us. If the Sparkers could not handle what was on those floating islands, we may be a bit underprepared.
Okay. Okay, out of game. Are you implying that we get provisions, or are you?
I think he's
implying that-
implying pick up Thulius.
I'm creating a window for our good friend Thulius to come
Okay,
in.
because I say just because in character, I haven't actually said that I joined. Okay, so with that sort of established, well, I
Hey,
guess
Mom. Okay.
I'm sure Elena won't mind, and if she does, well, she shouldn't have been late. I'll join you.
Elena's a kind soul. She will understand.
Oh, trust me, this wouldn't be the first time either of us have left the other one waiting.
Hey, baby.
I've known her for quite some time. But, let me know when you all are ready to depart.
Chuman looks over to Zoaz.
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 I don't know why I'm butchering it. He looks over to Zoaz and speaks. Do you have anyone one in mind to add to the party, or?
Well, we are in the Coral Serpent. This is a melting pot, as it were, of new arrivals and seasoned adventurers both. Sure, just asking around, we could come upon someone more than willing to share in the reward.
Yeah, Makayla will kind of add on. Yeah, with enough coin, I'm sure anyone in this tavern could be willing to join.
Certainly.
There are a lot of people in this tavern. As you look around, just seeing who could be a friendly and useful companion, kind of like fingering your coins, seeing how much you might be willing to spend to coax one of them. I mean, there's that ogre there. There's the people that look like they also might be sparkers across the path from you. They've got these contraptions on them. There's many people. There's
That's true.
There's a couple Doomstriders that you might be able to convince. There's some dwarves.
Ayla's just gonna kind of wander around and look at people for a little bit. Maybe get some side glances that show off, all of those hundreds of little black eyes.
While Xalia walks off, Chuman speaks up.
Xalia, give me a performance check while you're doing that.
Where are my manners? I believe I haven't asked any of you all for your name.
My name is Zoaz. Zoaz Ituusk. It's a pleasure to meet you, Chuman.
Part of Zoaz, part of the Shepherds. I've heard of your name, Alan.
A bit of a sheepish grin. Have you? I see I've made a bit of a name for myself as of late.
As for you two, when Chuman looks over to Twig and Butterfly looks up. Makayla. Okay.
Twig nods and says, "People call me Twig. I'm new in town."
And then, Makayla of the Wake.
Welcome both of you. Name is Chuman, as I've already mentioned before. I've been sort of around here in Tenuto for a few years. Mostly splunking for some research and to learn about the wildlife here.
Well met.
Well met indeed.
I guess at this time, Makayla would start to get up. She'd reach down and pick up a staff that was sort of on the ground, that was laying on the ground, and it would have like the top of it would have this like really intricately carved like feathered winged pattern all around, like coiling around it.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have almost like a small pummel, and then below it would just be like almost like it's just very like completely undetailed. It's just like a stick. it's
Okay.
Almost looks like it's unfinished. And she'll start getting up, sort of using that as a cane, sort of shifting around to the doors. Like, well, I can go ahead and start asking my tribe for steeds. If you all can take care of any additional preparation.
Will you need anyone to accompany you, or are you fine with yourself?
She'll smile and sort of say, like a faint, soft smile, like, "Oh, this I can take care of myself." And
Sure thing.
I guess from that, I guess just leave the scene. If no one else is, if there's nothing else that's happening.
Aren't you going to take us to get rides at some point?
Well, actually, yeah. Well, hold on. She'll turn back around. We should. Well, this is her. She'd be going to procure you the rides.
Okay.
But where should we? Where should we meet once we're all ready?
Well, I believe the islands that in question were north of town. Yes. The closest exit would be most appropriate.
Sounds good to me. And yeah, you should sort of hobble on out of there. I guess. Yeah. Nothing else.
Xalia, in your performance check has awarded you in your time walking around the Coral Serpent. You have disassociated yourself with the group that you came in with enough that people don't really acknowledge you as you're walking around. So no one's offering you a seat, no one's offering you a drink, no one's acknowledging at all. You pick up pieces of conversation. The ogre clearly has won the ale contest. There's lots of laughter going on as he pounds down another ale tankard. Try again. And then he appears to be looking around for any other comers, even after he has just succeeded the contest. And there's some Doomstriders that are talking about they're having to take on more responsibility as of late. They're kind of grumbling about that, but the actual topic of that conversation is not clear. You pick up some snippets of a hushed conversation of it's like a couple words and then dragon and then a couple syllables that you miss, and then back in town, and then a couple other words that you miss, as the din of the tavern makes it difficult to hear. And then so there's that, and then at the end of it is get everybody together, and then another sentence, and then we're gonna get him.
That's from this table?
Just not any specific table.
Okay.
Let's see. There's another table that you walked around that is planning on their they're scheduling their vacation, basically, of where they're gonna go around the fair and what stalls they're gonna hit.
Hell yeah.
So what food they're gonna take. They're gonna see if they're doing raptor races again this year. And then they're discussing on which one they would bet on and what the odds are. And that's what you get in your walk around the tavern.
Nice. Does she see anyone particularly interesting, or just conversations? She's kind of looking at people. She's people watching.
Yeah. I mean, everyone in here is pretty interesting. Probably who stands out is the only person sitting alone, and that is this snaky-looking fella.
I'm gonna give him a little head tilt. He's been waving at people as she walks by. This guy gets a head tilt.
Yeah.
They notice the head tilt.
Okay.
Make eye contact.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah,
What'd
go
you
ahead,
say?
I was talking over.
They notice the head tilt. They make eye contact.
Okay.
They don't necessarily respond, but...
Alright. and they're gonna
They're
get a
aware
nod.
of you.
Huh? Okay.
They're aware of you.
And they're gonna get a nod and a wave, and she's gonna just keep walking.
And then you arrive back at your table. Looks like there's -1 contestant.
Twig turns to Xalia and says, "Did you find anything interesting? Maybe anyone who could join us on our trip?"
Shrugs.
No
She points at a few of the more like fancy people that she's noticed. More interesting to her eye, which is, you know, creepy, fucked up, spiky. If anyone.
We're gonna collect an NPC instead of Thomas.
Like, she's just kind of shrugging.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
Twig says, "The way I think about it, the more hands, the better. I don't want to get killed out there. We really don't know how dangerous it is. So, what do you guys think about just? Do you think we should ask anyone in the tavern? Maybe make an announcement or something? See if anyone's willing to join along with this."
Thalia shrugs.
May as well. If we need an announcement, I could do the honors.
I have no objections.
The strongest voice, so you can go ahead and take this one.
Yeah, the one with the voice amplifying cantrip, yeah.
Zoaz, pushes back from the table, stands up, rolls his shoulders a bit, picks up his staff, tap on the floor, and with thaumaturgy enhancing his voice. Not too loud, but loud enough to be heard over the din of the tavern. Hello, I would like to inquire for, someone willing to come along to investigate, some islands discharged in the recent earthquake, 15 minutes north of Tenuto. We will be rescuing a member of the Sparkers Guild, and there will be 200 gold pieces split among the then 6 of us, as well as an invention made by one of the Sparkers themselves.
Make a performance check.
Okay.
I think the ogre in the far back picks up a tankard and just hucks it at you. Ah, no well, no deal. And then I think one of the people, let's see, this kind of like belt buckled leather wearing like puffy hat wearing person says, "Yeah, keep your hands and arms inside the boat at all times."
Should ask, what is this?
What is what?
The gray table. That's different from every other table.
Is that a barrel?
It's a table that I use to hide what's under it because it didn't.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And then, just as you know, just as you begin to question what that gray table's purpose is, someone like one of the patrons next to him kicks it open, and like it appears to be a massive lid, and they just pour out the contents of their ale down this bottomless pit.
See.
And then they put it, then they close it back.
It's the tavern latrine. Got it.
There's some questionable noises coming from that hole after they close it that sound like they don't belong in a tavern. Probably best left unquestioned.
Yeah.
It appears that Zoaz, unfortunately, the majority of the tavern is either making fun of you or actively ignoring you.
Well, not unsurprising. It is the Coral Serpent, after all.
It is the Coral Serpent, after all.
Chuman speaks up. Well, I expected it such from the Coral Serpent, but it could have went better at least.
Oh well, I suppose we should get going.
Okay. So you guys collect yourselves and head on out, and you are now outside the Coral Serpent. Let's see here. So there's the lovely air again with this scent mixture of spices, of what's the word? There's like something fruity on the air. There's the savory smell of cooked meat. And you all are now back outside. It's a little warmer outside. Sorry, a little cooler outside than it is inside. And you've got the whole city of Tenuto before you. You can get right to saving Rizbiff and finding ancient treasure, or you can enjoy the first of many days of celebration. Makayla is probably going to be back soon with whatever they promised. And there's plentiful shops of all kinds, including mundane food and drink vendors. There's games to play. You can do whatever you want. What do you want to do?
Xalia's gonna gravitate towards the games, I think.
Okay.
I want to play a game too.
You do acknowledge as you move about the fair. This is probably like the second day of the fair. As you move about, you are aware of a presence behind you, maybe probably no more than 20 feet. It seems that one of the patrons has also chosen to leave at the same time you have. And wherever you look, there they are, like as you maneuver around the fair. But if we're playing some games, you guys head on over.
Whenever Xalia is gonna have an eye constantly on this figure.
Like
this
literally? Yeah, okay.
Okay. So yeah, you step up to one of the games. Let's see, what's a fun game? You step up to a game where there appears to be a number of people kind of like throwing bags of sand at targets. There's like these two adults that are holding a small child, and the child has like a bag of sand, and they thrust the child forward, and the child's like, yay! And like throws the bag of sand, misses horribly because what are they gonna do? And the game runner hails your group and says, hey, wanna play Trebuchet? One bag of sand in the target, as you please, and then win a prize.
How heavy are the bags of sand?
I'm sorry, say it again?
How heavy are the bags of sand?
Not more than 2 pounds, like 1 pound.
Alright, we're mage handing this.
The game runner sees you just, oh wait, I meant, excuse me, it's meant to be a physical contest.
No, she's not gonna act like mage hand right there. She's gonna mage hand and like pretend to pick it up. But she has the mage hand on it.
Okay, go on. Oh wait, sorry. Excuse me. It's 1 silver, please.
The mage hand will deliver him 1 silver.
Heck yeah.
And I will reduce appropriately.
Okay. And you're directed how to do it. The objective is you turn around and you hurl the bag of sand over your head with both hands, like a trebuchet motion, and you go ahead and you try to aim it into the target. There's several other people that are doing it alongside you. Would you like to try?
Sure.
Oh yeah, well, you already paid, so yeah. So of course you want to try. So yeah, you're doing this behind. So go ahead and make a ranged attack with disadvantage.
Chuman crosses his hand and watches in amusement.
Oh, by the
we
way,
we have the mage hand attached to it, right?
Yes.
Can we just nudge it in midair?
Isn't Mage Hand visible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The idea is that the mage hand is something that's just attached to it. Now she's throwing it along with the bag. Pay no attention to it moving.
Make a. I'm trying to see like.
How badly do you want to say sleight of hand?
I kind of want it to be sleight of hand, but I'm like, yeah, sure. Just a regular straight roll, then,
Okay.
with mage hand helping you.
Okay, so that would just be with advantage or with proficiency.
Yeah, you are not proficient in bag of sand.
So not without proficiency. No proficiency.
Right. No.
So just straight dex roll.
Yes.
Okay.
What a roll.
Beautiful.
What a roll.
All right. Trying to give off that the mage of hand is mage of hand. The mage hand is simply a marker, or like just something that's attached to it now. You hook, and then catapult the bag of sand into the target. It goes. It makes like a chain rattling noise from this basket hoop. And then it goes in, and then there's a cheer from all the people that were on the line. They see you do, and they cheer for you, congratulate you. We have a winner! And you are awarded a tiny stuffed bear.
Oh my god. She's immediately holding on to it. She's carrying it around.
This is going to be here for the rest of the campaign. This is going to be too good.
It's not up to me. It's up to you guys.
Would Zoaz be aware of our little tale?
They are not trying to be hidden, so yes.
Okay.
Every time you look, though, they're like... They're just there. They're just doing something. So like you look over, and they're like sipping a drink, and you turn away. Then you look back, and they're just like eyeballing something. And then you look away, and then you look back, and they're like tying their shoe or something, even though they don't have shoes.
About the third time, Zoaz is going to stare directly at them. No.
They acknowledge your gaze.
Also, I believe Quote wanted to play a game.
I would like to take a toss whenever I get a chance.
All right.
Go for it.
One silver piece, please. We have another challenger to the trebuchet. One silver piece, please.
Alright, Twig hands over a silver piece.
Okay, and he like plops a bag of sand. Like the bag itself it's kind of like it's square. It's like bag of milk side, style. Like regular fair going, bag of sand, as you do. So he plops it in your talons, and he says, "All right, so that target there, hurl it over your shoulders and give it your best shot."
And Twig says as he weighs the bag of sand in his talons, "I have to warn you. They say I have the best throwing arm in Luxnox."
Well, is that so? Well, put it to the test, my good sir. The game runner folds his arms, and watches you closely, examining your form.
Good. Alright, Twig gets ready to throw. Can I use steady aim on this?
Sure.
As this happens, Chuman whispers over to Zoaz and says, "You noticed him too, right?"
Yes.
Make a, let's see, what are you proficient in? You are not proficient in bag of sand. So give me a dexterity check.
The improvised ranged weapon? Dexterity?
Yeah, just roll straight dexterity. Straight roll.
Bag of sand is so unique.
You can go to checks next to the saves.
Yeah.
And just click that.
It's such a unique move.
Yep.
Yeah, by the way, sort of like on the ceilings, or the edges of the rooftops, and like on some of these wires, or perhaps even like on maybe a couple of the tents/booths, there would just be like one or two vultures just sort of silently just sort of looking down at the plaza.
All right. Yeah, Twig. So get a load of this. You take a moment, steady yourself. Just be like you envision the target behind you, and cup your hands underneath the bag of sand, and then toss it. Perfect trebuchet reenactment. It goes over, flies through the air, spinning end over end. It precariously hits the edge of the hoop. The basket is rattling. The chains are going swing, swing, and then it falls off of the basket into the hoop, and you score. Everyone goes wild, and the game runner claps his hands above his head. We have another winner! Behold! And makes, points at you, stands you out from the crowd. And then you are awarded a toy wooden sword.
Oh,
While the crowd is going crazy, I believe Zoaz would probably approach our little friend over here. He just sort of walks up and plants his staff, one hand at his side, and says, "Hello.
Greetings.
I see you've been following our group for a short while now."
Well, I overheard you speaking in the bar, and let's just say I've got personal interest in seeing where this goes.
Would you like to join us?
That wasn't exactly the plan, but if you're offering...
You look over his shoulder and you see the Kenku this win. He's got a toy sword. He's holding it above his head triumphantly.
Let me know if this is in character, Cody. But I'm imagining the dance that Link from the Wind Waker does when he beats a boss.
Oh my
That's what I'm imagining the character doing.
I'm looking it up right now.
All right,
I'm imagining the spin when he gets an item.
Alright, sorry about the interruption. Continue.
Zoaz kind of looks at the Lizardfolk in front of him and says, "Well, I would prefer to have you within eyesight rather than following creepily behind us, but
Creepily?
it is not customary to not make your presence known when
I've not
traveling
been
with
hiding
you."
my presence.
Indeed. Well, I suppose you can join us, if you would like.
Well enough. The name is Pastiche.
Pastiche. Well, you may have overheard, but I am Zoaz, a member of the Moonlight Shepherd. Pleased to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine.
Zoaz sort of walks back over to the group.
You get to
Well,
see this little
Follow very closely
black-
behind.
You can see this little black beady eye just slowly rotate across Xalia's face and settle behind her sunglasses as she turns to face Pastiche.
Well, I believe we've found that final member of our little entourage. This is Pastiche, was it?
Correct. You are Chuman, Twig, Xalia, Zoaz.
Yes.
A pleasure to meet you all.
Welcome, welcome. See you taking an interest ever since we walked out of the tavern.
Twig is still coming down from his celebration, holding the toy sword. Oh hey, Zoaz, did you find a new friend? It's nice to meet you, Pastiche. I'm Twig, as you already know.
Indeed.
Well, would you happen to have a ride? Pastiche? A raptor?
Yes, of course. I'm not from around here, you see. So, naturally, I needed a way to get here myself.
Of course.
Twig kind of shrugs and says, I thought everyone would just hitch a ride with a merchant. That's what I did.
Well, you know, I have my ways.
Well, in that case, I believe we should meet up with Makayla. Introduce her to Pastiche and get on the road. Unless, you know, Twig here and Xalia would like to accrue more fair prizes.
Xalia holds up her little stuffed bear and just like as she's showing it off.
Mm-hmm.
Twig just gives his toy sword a couple practice swings and says, I think this'll do. I could be ready to go.
Chuman?
Rad, step away.
Oh, yeah. Duh. In that case, let's say Chuman is probably ready to go.
Chuman is like lost in thought. Like he's got his hand. He's got his chin in his hand. He's like, and then he just snaps to attention and.
Do you enjoy being under my desk?
Well,
okay.
Sigma. What a goblin. Well, I suppose let's get going.
Alright.
To the northern exit.
Okay.
Right. I'm sure Makayla has our
Say hello.
rides waiting for us.
He
Indeed.
said hello. I don't know if you heard it.
We did not, unfortunately.
Nope.
No.
And by the
Hello
way,
there.
Pastiche, I believe.
Pastiche.
Pastiche, do you have a ride?
Maybe.
Or do you need one?
I am fine.
Zoaz kind of snaps his scaly fingers and goes, "Ah, how clumsy of me. I will have to meet you at the northern exit myself. I need to acquire my steed. I'll meet you all there, so if you can head in that direction," he points in the direction of the northern exit that we would be meeting up at. I will meet you all there shortly.
Sure thing. We'll see you soon.
Kurt nod. Zoaz walks away to go grab his raptor.
Okay. So you party heads towards the north gate. This one, unlike the east gate, is not adorned with any sort of like rock carvings or really any other fixtures. The only fixtures here are the Doomstriders that are carefully keeping a watch over everyone. Zoaz, are you doing anything specific at your place, or are we just saying that you go and get it and you come?
He goes and gets it and comes back.
All right. So you meet up with Makayla, and soon after, Zoaz arrives, and then I believe with everyone's contributions, you all have a raptor. Is that correct? Or is someone still without?
I think we all have one.
I think we all have
Should
one.
be.
Okay.
I got 4, and then if Pastiche has their own.
Okay. And then have you all? So you start heading towards the north gate. The Doomstriders acknowledge you in your exit. They bid you, peace be your journey. They shift their hot gear and adjust their grip on their large, twin-bladed staves and keep their vigil. The ride is, as described, is about 15 minutes. So you're all on your raptors. As you exit this city of color behind you, and you are no longer in the shade of many awnings. And I lost my place already. And no
Sorry.
longer in the shade. No, it wasn't you. No longer in the shade of the many awnings. You travel through this coastal desert. The ocean comes right up against against the sand. So what is a beach becomes the rest of the continent. The sand is hot beneath your raptor's feet, and trudging through it, it proves dense yet crisp. It cushions your raptor's footfalls, and walking in the stuff, as you know, it is somewhat tiresome. So it's good that it's only 15 minutes. However, due to the special care and guidance provided by Zoaz, and an extra few swigs of water for both you and your mighty steeds, you arrive at the obvious location within 15 minutes. When you arrive, the music changes.
Whoa.
Every so often, like during the ride, you wouldn't see any like vultures flying, but you'd sort of suddenly see them on like rocks or cliffs in the distance, just kind of watching.
Okay. Now this was a floating island, correct?
Hang on. I somehow didn't expect you all to have raptors already, so I'm sorry to put the raptors there.
Nope, it's all good.
Alright, so the scene before you is vast. A large temple-like entrance greets your arrival. Looking up, you can see floating platforms framed against the cerulean sky. They rise up and up, columns of sand ever falling from the platforms. The rocks themselves appear colorful, with the typical grays blotched with shards of red or yellow jutting out from them, and broken bridges hang by threads from the chunks of earth, threatening to flatten whatever is below them. At the topmost, because of course it's the topmost, platform, you can make out a structure. Bringing your gaze back down, you see the archway. Flanked on each side by two regal-looking figures, seated. There's no way they could be previous royalty, since that goes against Khorzaire lineage, but so they must be sculptures of ancient merchant princes. And there the door rests, open and inviting. What do you do?
The floating islands are a result of a recent activity, or is this something that's sort of like that's always been a landmark? Sorry, I'm getting.
I believe it was recent earthquake activity that jettisoned these into the sky. That was what you said.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, Zoaz replies.
Well, definitely was not in character. Yeah. Kayla would be looking up. Kind of take a step back to take it all in.
Yes.
Been in this land for a long time, and I've never seen anything like this.
It is indeed a bit disconcerting to have the landscape change so drastically. But shouldn't be too much of an issue to get up there. I assume we all have our, well, at least I have a climbing kit I can use to ascend. Does everybody else have their own equipment ready?
I
Chuman.
thought it. Sorry, again.
Chuman gives a nod. Yes. The trusty climber's kit has always been in my possession and will continue to.
I thought I had a climbing kit, but it appears in my inventory I only have a grappling hook now.
I might have neither.
Let's see here.
Well,
We do a Batman cut.
he's going down to go upward.
Is there a wall to climb up? Or is it?
Right now it's just an entrance. The big temple-like structure is disconnected from the floating platforms, but who knows what it could be like inside.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, Pastiche, your disposition grants you a grappling hook, so you have one now.
There we go.
And Makayla, with your background, would you have a grappling hook or would you have a climbing kit? Because it sounds like you disagree with the grappling hook.
Well, I thought so. I'm pretty sure I added a grappling hook originally, and then you were like, you would actually have a climbing kit. And I think I swapped for that.
Oh.
At least I thought that's what happened.
I think the agreement was that the folks who were residents of Tenedo or Khorzaire would have the grappling hook, and ones that weren't had the climbing kit.
No.
I think you.
I might have
I
had it
think it's
backwards.
reversed. Yeah.
Okay.
Xalia has a spider climb.
Fair enough.
That's the climb.
I mean, I'm fine with the hook. I'm just was just making sure that was.
I think just with your disposition, you just have the grappling hook, especially since
That's fine.
You just
That's
said
fine.
that. Especially because of what you just said that you haven't
Fair
seen before.
Well, I mean, are floating islands like normal in this area? I'd assume it's a little strange.
It is pretty strange
It's a little abnormal.
to non
Yeah, it's normal.
to non-Khorzians.
Okay,
normal.
well,
Anyway,
all right,
moving on.
then I take it back. Wow, I've seen this so many times. It sure is normal. Anyways,
Don't worry about it. Don't get hung up on it.
It's all good.
It's always
Uh,
been.
Zoaz sort of turns and says, "Well, I'm sure you all know, but it will be difficult to tell what is inside. Keep your wits about you, because while I will do my best to protect all of you, keep us safe, I cannot be everywhere at once, so some degree of self-dependency will certainly be required."
of course, it's slipping my mind, but did you happen to say where the compatriot was?
Well, they had to use their slow fall kit, was it? So I would assume they're
sounds right.
higher up.
Sort of looking at the. So, how many islands are there?
You take a good count. There's at least 5 large land masses, and then there's many smaller ones.
Well, I guess I have to be on one of them. Well, if they stay put, that is.
Zoaz will start to make his way up the steps.
Xalia will follow.
Okay.
Chuman is following as well.
As you make your way up the steps, one of your raptors kind of barks. I'm not confident in my raptor noises, so you don't get to hear that. I'm sorry.
Pointing.
There's a raptor noise. No, I was making a raptor noise. Way. There we go. There we go. Even better.
All right, fine. You hyped me up by expressing your disappointment. Fine.
That's not what I was doing at all. There we go. It's the Star Wars.
I'm about it.
And they just. It's kind of like, what do you want us to do? Like they're looking at each other. They're like, huh?
Is there anything to like hitch them to?
There isn't anything except for sand. You could probably like chisel out something on this on this structure.
Yo, anyone got 25 pitons?
Yeah, so you slam some pitons into the architecture here, and you
Like a shaded area, I assume.
yeah, so that your raptors aren't in the blistering heat for the next however long you're in here.
Makayla would be like very matter of factly, like she's done this like 100 times before, because she has done this 100 times before, of like, corralling the raptors into like some sort of shaded area, and sort of keeping them, like giving them a little like treat, and then like hitching them onto like a piton, sort of jammed into the wall.
Okay. They make zergling noises.
Good.
Cool.
Nice.
And
I'm glad that we've finally gotten more use out of pitons in 1 hour than we did in 2 hours than we did throughout the entirety of Plastics.
Incorrect. I used one to keep lock a dude in the bathroom.
Oh, true. Anyway.
Welcome to Khorzaire.
Uh-huh.
All right, so after you secure the raptors and taking in the grandeur of the outside, you walk in, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so let's see here. You head on in. So you walk in, there's it is obvious to tell that this entrance has seen a shift, like tectonic shift, where the inside is like has what am I trying to say? It is the victim of like being moved upwards almost forcefully. There's rocks on the ground everywhere. Huge boulders are on the ground. There's the shadows from the outside light coming in. You can make out some statues of tall, standing mannequin-like figures. There is a path to the north that seems to incline, and there is a path to the left that seems to curve around and disappear out of sight. Directly before you, as Makayla lights the torch to illuminate the area past what the outside is able to afford, there is a large circular structure here. It appears to have a soft, lazy shimmer to it, and that takes up the majority of this section. On each side of the walls are some stone statues of weird-looking beasts, kind of like staring at the dais.
Before moving onward, Zoaz closes his eyes, taps a staff on the ground, and puts the other hand to his chest, and whispers a small prayer. Selene, guide me. And has given himself a vigilant blessing.
Okay, you have advantage on the next initiative roll.
Heck yeah.
Do you know how to add that yourself?
The buff?
Yeah.
Or... No.
I will tell you right now, and so pardon the interruption.
So that you don't have to do it, yeah.
On your attributes, on your character sheet, on your attributes tab, at the very bottom, there's special traits. If you click on the gear there, one of them is advantage on initiative. I have already applied it for you.
Thank you. I will take care of that in the future.
No.
There's this soft shimmer reminiscent of moonlight glow around Zoaz as he mutters this to himself. And then he blinks his eyes and looks around, and he appears he's ready.
Well, shall we?
My, this place has seen better days before the earthquake.
Indeed.
Such is the nature of time. And as hard as they try, monuments never seem to stand it.
Okay, what do you guys do?
Zoaz is going to step up to this sort of central dais.
Yeah.
Is it like a fountain, or?
It's kind of like a 2-level structure.
Oh, it's a birthday cake!
It is a birthday cake. It's a faint shimmering birthday cake. No, it's so like it's kind of like 2 circles that are slightly above each other. It's... Give me a perception check.
Okay.
They're not quite like hovering, but they are like some business above the ground.
Okay.
The lower one is kind of like pointed, which is to help you envision it is like this stuff is the second one,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the one on top, which is more circular. It's 17. That's actually really good. So it's not quite stone. As you go up to it, kind of touch it, feel it. It's been constructed or tempered in such a manner that it is sleek to the touch, and it's warm. It's arranged in sort of like a vague circle. There's artistic protrusions every so often. So the stase is warm, and it's glowing a faint crystalline blue. You also notice that there's drops of water that are dripping from the stalactites on the ceiling onto this warm plate. They do not splash when they make contact. Instead, they form beads of moisture that hold there for a moment until they evaporate after several minutes from the heat, as just listless columns of steam gently rise from this smooth blue cerulean structure ahead of you.
Would I have ever seen or come across something similar to this? Be it like, or something that would like...
Slide me a history check.
Aye, Captain.
That's a good question.
While that is happening, can I observe for any tracks, footprints around the area?
Okay, survival check from you. So the Makayla, there's something like a little nagging in your mind, but you can't like come up with the memory of where you have seen it. You can't create in your mind's eye of where you've seen it, but it's like it does occupy a spot in your brain.
Okay, so it is at least somewhat familiar.
It's like it's familiar in the sense like you might have it's familiar in the sense like you might have like seen it as a kid or something, or and like you forgot, like the memory is long gone. It's the memory is kind of like when you wake up, you kind of like feel what you were dreaming instead of remembering what it is. It's like that.
Okay. In a soft voice, she'd sort of say, "This," and sort of have a very like, just kind of like scrunch her eyebrows, go down, go to squint. Like, I know I have seen, or I remember. Like, I cannot place this. I guess she'd just be like intently staring at it.
And Chuman, you do see some humanoid footprints, presumably Zoaz's, and her, and there's like another set of like lizard-like footprints. They're much smaller, but the whole thing is just so disheveled. It's difficult to see where they lead. Like as soon as you find one set of tracks, they disappear. You find another set of tracks, it seems like they're going the other way. So it looks like they traveled around here often, but it's difficult to see like which area they went.
Chuman mutters under his breath. Earthquakes have caused whatever footprints that used to be here to be a lot more difficult to trace.
Poor luck. I suppose.
Can Twig take a closer look at this statue over here?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me perception. So the statue is it's a little high. It's maybe like 7 feet up. As you stand on your tip talons and take a peek at it, it's it's stone, like it's carved. It's got this kind of like grimace on its face. It's vaguely humanoid. It's got like a pair of wings, and it's just its attention is carved in such a manner that its attention is just straight focused on the middle of the dais. It doesn't appear to be holding anything. It's just kind of like in a hunched up position, as if it were sitting on the wall. So it's like pointing out vertically from it. It's kind of like a 90-degree angle, with its head tilted up in a weird position.
Interesting.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
They're just kind of wandering around.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was just kind of looking side to side, keeping an eye out as he maneuvers through this sort of main hall.
He's interested in this thing, but mostly just walking around it, looking at different angles.
All right. As you're walking around it, Xalia, you do sense the warmth coming off of it. It's a relaxing, like it's not hot. It's not like it's so hot. It's like a relaxing kind of warmth. It's like it's the kind. It's the kind where like you find Cherry Jubilee just like wrapped up in a bunch of blankets, and she's just snoozing away. It's that kind of warm.
Okay. Can I Arcana check to see if I know what's going on there? Magically?
Yes. 21. Yeah, that'll probably do it. It is clearly enchanted. And it's just a slight transmutation magic. It's not apparent what its purpose is, but it is a magical effect. And it's coming from the second circle, and then the second circle transfers that magic onto the top circle, which transfers the heat. But it does have like there is another like weird sense of magic where you acknowledge that the beads of water that don't like splash or anything, and instead they kind of like beat up or like gel up or whatever.
Okay.
So like they remain like instead of going bloop, they remain in like a dome or like in a perfect circle bead of water.
She's gonna like stick her hand forward.
Okay.
Into that space and wave it around and be ready to pull it out when anything feels bad.
Okay, it's pretty warm.
Okay.
You can see and feel the steam rising. In fact, like you wave it over one of the steam columns, and the steam kind of like curls around through your fingers, going up, rising to the ceiling.
I'm gonna drop a rock in it.
Okay. Crack.
Did anything happen to the rock?
No.
Okay, she's gonna step in.
Okay. Nothing happens to you either. There's a... the sound is kind of like stepping on, like, glass or tile. That's the sound that it makes when you step on it. It's very sturdy. It doesn't lean or respond to your weight at all. So it's very firm. It feels, you kind of like test it a bit. Nothing jostles it. It's just, So like with your testing and all that, you just confirm what you have found out. Like it's just it's a warm plate.
It's a warm plate.
Yeah. So, but there
You're gonna climb
appears
up
to be,
again.
appears to be nothing going on. Like you take a couple steps around. The only phenomenon you see are the liquids falling from the ceiling, beating up and then turning into steam. If this does or did anything, you get the sense that Juice might have figured it out and like left it on, and then forgot to tell you guys. That's one of the explanations for such a curious thing.
Alright. She's gonna vibe here until like 5 minutes have passed, or someone grabs her.
Okay.
The Xalia special. Looking, is this like a wall upwards?
Yeah, so you see the stairs going up as Makayla brings the torch in view, and you also, take a look with your. I think you guys have dark vision.
I do. Yes.
Okay. It's not in your senses.
Should be.
Oh, is it because you have?
At the very least, I have it because of.
I definitely have it.
I do not.
Hold on, we're gonna take a look at
Oh,
this.
I know why I have it. It's because of Eyes of Night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, lizard homies don't have that. So anyway, yeah. So like seeing that, it's a large staircase. It goes up some 20-40 feet. Yeah, it's gray stone. There's rocks and rubble clearly from the earthquake and the shifting.
Zoaz is going to start making his way over there towards the tunnel.
Okay. You pick up your staff, kind of like rustle a little bit, and then make your way across the room. You note that Xalia is standing on top of the ancient magical artifact.
She.
It might be 500 to 700 years old.
It might be. Zoaz is not particularly concerned with the past right now. He's focused on the present.
Okay. Well, while Zoaz is crossing the room, I guess what would happen now, Xalia, is there's the slight shimmer of the blue. It continuously proves that it's magical, and then like instead of like only being a color on the plate, it just kind of like goes over your boot or your shoe, just like shimmering over. It doesn't like do anything to hold you there or anything like that. It's just like kind of like whoop, 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 just going over it as if itself were steam.
Just gonna sit there and watch it with great interest.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Let's see, Zoaz, as you cross the room, you take a peek in this cavern here. Behind you are your companions. Yeah, you thought I was going to say something, didn't you? Behind you...
Behind you, the arrow trap springs. Roll 2d20. And you take that much damage.
That can happen if you want it.
No, thank you.
Okay. Let's see. What was I even on about? Oh yeah, so you're going to this cavern. Yeah, you peek down and you see it kind of like snake to the left and out of sight.
Well, Zoaz is going to sort of speak up and say, I believe we should try following this cavern and see where it leads us. My guess is that the Sparkers would have let their curiosity get the better of them and wanted to see more.
Twig just nods and says, I'd love to stay more and experiment, but this beef might be in trouble.
Indeed.
Not the giant stairway? I don't have dark vision. I don't know that it's broken or whatever.
It's not broken. But
for the purposes of this, let's consider that I just forgot to draw an ethereal wall, so you can't see past it, so you don't know what's up.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
So we're retconning what is beyond that stairway at the top is a mystery.
Okay, because I could definitely see up there.
I can't. So
yeah. Well, now Zoaz cannot, so he's gonna look down the cavern. You're right. They may have wanted to taken the easier path first. Now that I think about it.
Well, I mean, we can always double back.
Indeed. And he's going to walk over towards the stairwell. Stairway.
I'll now sort of see. Are you just like standing, or are you sitting on it?
She's standing. She's watching it bubble over her foot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it progressing, or is it just kind of staying there?
It's staying where it is.
Okay. She's standing then.
She kind of would sort of yell out to you, like, "Are you okay up there?"
You get a thumbs up.
When you raise your voice,
yeah.
When you raise your voice and ask Xalia, and she responds. Her response is accompanied by a sound that sounds like shaking a tapestry, like beating a rug or something like that. That kind of noise, like a clothing noise. And what's your AC?
Which one of us?
Makayla.
Wait, my AC?
Yes, please.
13.
Okay. One moment.
Okay. Instantly die.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
That would be really funny.
Round start. Game!
Game! This sound is... this unfurling cloak noise is also immediately muffled to Makayla. And your vision goes dark. You can't see anything. As everyone else watches and they see what looks like a cloak has been thrown over Makayla's head. And then as you kind of steady yourself and see what has happened, this cloak constricts and it threatens to crush you in its grasp, and you feel teeth coming at the top of your head. And let's roll some initiative.
Heck yeah. Oh, cool advantage that I rolled. Oh, thanks.
Cool advantage.
Unfortunate.
And the first note of this is loud. I tried to change it, so I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
Lower runner.
There you go.
Alright, I'm gonna turn it up.
Oh, I love this song.
Yeah, it's Monster Hunter.
No, it's not. It's Shifting Sands.
It's Shifting Sands.
We're not fighting a
Shifting
monster.
Sandland, Zone 1.
All right, Makayla, you take. Let's see. 4 bludgeoning damage as this creature that is wrapped around you crushes and constrains your upper head area. It's everyone else looking at this creature. It looks like a leather cloak that's actually an octopus. So this weird stalactite has fallen from the ceiling, just unfurls and has begun its attempt to devour Makayla. Makayla, you are blind.
Okay.
And and also suffocating.
But
As it's wrapped around you, constricting you, and it too shall roll initiative. Go ahead. All right, so begin combat. Xalia, take it away.
you just hear a muffled.
I'm just gonna magic missile it.
Okay.
Just whip out the wand and magic missile it.
Whoosh. Go for it.
Well, start. Don't have time for this.
All right, so we're using just a single charge, yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that just straight up hits 10 damage. Is fed towards this like weird octopus-looking thing. It's kind of like recoils and makes weird octopus stalactite noises.
Whoa.
And it takes 5 damage. And
Oh.
Makayla, you also take 5 damage.
Very
Oh.
cool. Wait, oh, fun.
Question.
You feel
is...
you feel like the force of something impacting this octopus thingy, and like it strikes you as well. You're going to say something, Chuman?
Yes, there was a question. Is it like a part of it kind of sticking out? Or kind of protruding?
Yeah. It's got like this kind of like typical octopus-looking head, and it's got, you can see it now has just yellow eyes looking all about you, and it like squints them. It's like, no, my food, that kind of thing.
Okay. Let's see.
Why are you
Chuman.
Why are you men's this sheet?
Chuman is actually going to run up and try to throw it off of Makayla.
Okay, make a strength check. It is.
We got a bunch of weak babies in here.
It is
I have
stuck
not
fast.
gotten a good roll yet.
You go to grab the dark mantle, or the stalactite. Sorry, you don't know what a dark mantle. No, actually, you would. You go to grab the dark mantle, Chuman. You identify what this is, and it's too slick and slippery. You go to pull it off by its head and free your friend, free your new companion, but it just slicks right back up. Would you like to do anything else? You have a bonus action if you like. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Wait, no. If I were to throw a ration, would that be an action or a bonus action?
Action.
A
Okay.
ration.
Yeah.
Maybe they're fans of hardtack.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, and just for clarification, I can't use like a dagger because my character's class can't do like bonus action with those, correct?
Everyone has access to 2-weapon fighting, but you are not holding 2 daggers.
Okay. Then no, that would be my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, there's another cloak noise where it's like, and we hear another one. Let's see here. What is Chuman's AC? Oh, okay. Cool.
15.
You dodge. Or rather, it misses. So there's like a rock shattering noise, or it's like, and a second dark mantle narrowly avoids you, and it's just like pinned in the ground. It slowly unfurls and is kind of like standing there like an octopus. Makayla, it's your turn. You're blind, and someone pulled the wool over your eyes, and it's now eating you.
If I'm suffocated, do I have to make like a constitution saving throw or something?
No, you can
for
hold your
breath?
breath for a while.
Okay. Can I try to pull it off?
You can make a strength check.
That is a save.
Rolled a 13, by the way.
Oof. Let the rolls be in your favor.
Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, so you manage to extricate yourself from underneath this umbrella, this this ferocious umbrella, and you throw it aside. It goes, makes octopus noises. That is your action.
I just start heavily breathing. And I, as a bonus action, I will activate Zephyr Strike.
Okay, cool.
Heck yeah.
As she begins to sort of tighten her grip around her staff, and sort of, even though we're inside, winds seem to billow around her ropes and cough. And I will move the fuck away.
Okay. Then your turn.
There we go. Now I'll have my turn.
Okay. Twig, you were, for a moment, you were looking at Xalia on the dais, just playing around with the shimmeriness, and then all of a sudden,
Everything went wrong.
everything went wrong. Makayla was attacked, enveloped by this stalactite that turned into an octopus and started strangling her. There's another one coming in that narrowly missed Chuman. You look around, and you know you have to act. What do you do?
Alright. I'm gonna step over here. And because if we're flanking, then I would have advantage if I attack this one, right?
That's correct.
Alright, then I want to use Booming Blade on it with my scimitar.
Do it.
Boom, the boom.
Booming blade. Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. 16 hits. So go and roll damage and tell us what your booming blade looks like, because that's the first time that you used it.
Okay. Should I add like sneak attack to the situational bonus?
No,
Roll
you can put, like, from your features, you can click on sneak attack, and then you can roll it from that.
Oh, okay, like separately.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
click damage for Booming Blade, and then you can click Sneak Attack and roll the damage from it.
Okay. So Twig's scimitar gets like sheathed in like crackling energy, and as he attacks the monster, like a ring of energy surrounds it, not touching it, but like just barely, like covering all angles around it, like crackling dangerously.
Sick. Go ahead and put your scimitar in the chat and roll damage from that. The 3 is how much it takes when it moves.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Scimitar is here.
and then you can click on damage
Oh,
from
right,
that.
right, right.
Then click on damage so we get the scimitar damage, and then you can do sneak attack so you can get sneak attack damage.
Okay.
Your 4 damage rolls.
It's okay.
It's okay because we have sneak attack.
That's all good.
All right, Twig, as you slice with your scimitar, whoosh, and it becomes sheathed in this crackling sound energy, you manage to find a weak point while it's momentarily distracted from Chuman on the other side and Makayla departing, and you cut deep into it. It's like carving. It's like carving a thick cloak, actually, like carving a mantle. Just whoosh, it bleeds this black blood, this all like nasty purple stuff. Like, what else would you like to do? You've got a bonus action, or you can move.
I think I'm just gonna move over here,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
Alright. Pastiche, you see the scene unfurl before you.
Sure do.
Things are falling from the sky.
Pastiche. is going to point a claw at the ground. Make a little circular motion. And this, like, pure black hole is going to appear on the ground. And out of it will fly an inky little black owl.
Holy moly, what a long text.
Let me interrupt you. That takes an hour to do.
I know.
Okay.
He's not casting Find Familiar.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Tried.
It's just like combat. It takes like less than a minute. And it's like, don't worry, guys. I'll help you in like 59 more minutes.
Okay, so what's going on?
He has already summoned the familiar previously.
The implication is that the familiar sticks around.
Okay.
This is part of Pastiche's morning routine.
Okay, I didn't know that. So it's an owl.
Yes.
Okay.
Weird inky black owl.
What is the owl's name?
Tiny?
Baby.
I don't think it's a morning routine thing. I think it's you do it once and you have that familiar for everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I
true.
mean, it hasn't
Okay.
died.
Okay.
I've named the owl Mitch.
Okay.
Let me roll Mitch's HP. Oh, he doesn't have 0 HP. Okay, there we go. Alright, so you dun, 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 dun. Okay, you summon Mitch.
Alright.
More.
Can I get control of him?
Yes. Give that to this guy. There you go. You now have control of Mitch.
Alright.
Mitch acts on your turn always. He does not roll his own initiative.
Wait, really?
I think so.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
He goes after you.
All familiars and companions, they always act on your turn.
I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because you use, if I recall correctly, a bonus action to command them usually.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
no, I'm actually stupid. It rolls its own initiative. It's the second sentence.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, really? Yeah, like
I was
every
thinking
other
of-
familiar.
I was thinking of Steel Defender. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Steel Defender and Animal Companions. They work like that.
Yeah.
Alright. So, moving on. What would you like to do?
Back away.
Okay.
Yeah, understandable.
One in the
And
corner.
my turn.
Okay. Let's see here. When you back away, there's another unfurling, and here it comes.
Rude.
Cascades down. 23. And wraps itself around you, coiling its octopusy legs and choking you, and it has to like take a particular form to crush because you're a snake. Damage. You take 6 bludgeoning damage from the crushing force of this stalactite turned aggressive. Zoaz.
That's me.
It is your turn. You see these stalactites attacking your charges.
Zoaz is going to skirt around this dark mantle. Well, I guess he doesn't know that it's dark. He's going to skirt around this weird stalactite creature, and then he's going to unsheath his showtell and lift it up in front of him, directly straight up. And he takes his staff in the other hand and places it on the side of the flat of the showtell and draws it back and a shimmering silver bolt appears, being pulled taut from the curve of the shotel, and is shot directly towards the Dark Mantle.
Which Dark Mantle?
The one next to Pastiche.
The one that is wrapped or that is attached to Pastiche?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
just light.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. A 10? A 10?
Yes.
Unfortunately does not hit. You barely miss. It goes in, it impacts into this statue, and just slams into it.
Hey, the statue's marked with mystical, dim, glittering light.
Oh.
And then after that, he's going to turn around and Hungry Jaws this one.
Okay, go
The one next, which that's considered flanking, correct?
No.
Okay, so no advantage. Got
You were one space to the left.
it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that only rolls damage. I guess it's just.
Let's see, using your strength modifier, so just do...
Strength check.
No, you're proficient in eating. So...
True.
1d20 plus 3. No.
Whoops, I'm really smart. Slash 1d20 plus 3. Plus, alright, there we go.
Typo in the group chat.
Oh man.
Get it fast.
Zoaz is doing real good. And like, he shoots that bolt, and then immediately, without even checking to see if it connected, whips around and just like blindly chomps towards the or towards the stalactite thingy, whiffing entirely. You hear like a loud clap. If you've ever heard like a crocodile clap shut. It's like really it's really loud.
Do they like float, or do they like sort of flop around?
All around, flop around on the ground, yeah.
Oh, we might find out soon. Which let's wrap around to Xalia. There are now 3 stalactites harrying your allies.
Correct.
What would you like
Why
to do?
is this? She is going to cast Violent Image. And what she's going to do, that's being fucky, help me.
Ooh.
It's okay, I can fix it. I think I have 2 first level spell slots for some reason. But we're going to Minor Illusion, just the image of an adventure, just generic adventurer man. Maybe he's a little fucked up because it's daily, like his eyes are glowy in different colors. But it's gonna be like a 5x5 foot generic human fighter man in this area.
I just happen to have a generic human fighter on hand.
Can I move him around?
Yeah.
And the idea that she's gonna just zigzag him around through this area and trying to like bait out a bunch of any others.
Okay.
I don't think the area is strictly within the cube. She can move it wherever she wants.
Sure.
So she's gonna wander him around.
Okay.
See if that baits any more down. Another turn.
Alright. Let's see here. So this Dark Mantle is going to constrict and squeeze on Pastiche. And apparently you are too strong. Your scales and just like the natural anatomy of yourself is a natural defense against Dark Mantles, apparently. It does not hurt you a lot. This one is going to let's see. Okay, so you guys around this see some sort of stalactite ink exude from its noodly appendages and fills the area with this aura of darkness, and you can't see. And I think I had a template for that, so I could draw it. Let's see here, 15 foot. Ooh, not music. You don't make templates out of music.
You could?
Let's see. where's my smoke? I should have prepped this. I thought about prepping it, but I was like, nah. So anyway, you can't see. And which brings us to Chuman's turn. Even with your dark vision, you cannot see. It is just opaque night.
Means everything is a disadvantage.
You can hear these dark mantles kind of like continuing to move around. You can hear your allies, so you know where they are, and they smell real bad. So you know where they are, but you cannot see them.
Question.
Hello.
Would the light from this shotel be considered magical for the purposes of illuminating this darkness?
It is temporarily dispelled.
Oh, okay.
Dang, that's strong.
It is strong.
Where's the smoke?
Let me see something real fast.
Chuman checks his notes, even though he cannot read in his current area.
Perfect.
What are you doing?
He is actually going to pull out his daggers and try to swing at one of them.
Okay.
Either or. I'm not sure how you deal with that situation itself. Do I just roll for which one, or?
No, you just you have an idea where they are, so you just tell me which one you're attacking.
Okay, I'll attack this one with the main dagger.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage.
Well, just roll higher. We'll take the...
Let's see, it's a 12. A 12 still hits.
Oh, cool.
So go ahead and roll damage, yeah. 4. Ouchies!
And he's going to use the other one while he still has it.
7 does not hit, unfortunately.
It takes a lower one. Okay. Alright. That makes sense.
Does flanking not apply
Whoops.
in the darkness?
He is not currently flanking anyone.
Yeah, I'm not flanking.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And...
Okay, so you jam your dagger into the dark metal. There's this leathery rip, just and you feel the warm gush of blood over your hands. You get the sense that this thing's on its last legs, but unfortunately, you're not able to pierce its hide with your offhand dagger.
That's gonna be it.
Okay. Makayla, there is a cloud of darkness preventing your sight into the group to your northwest, but there's Pastiche there that is currently got an octopus on his head. What would you like to do?
She'll kind of click her tongue because she was sort of getting into a stance to do something cool into those now obscured dark veils. She'll turn towards the one on Pastiche and just kind of sigh, move up quickly, and try and pull it off.
Okay. Strength check, please.
Cool.
Nice!
Wow.
I'll let you put it wherever you like. Within 5 feet of you.
I'll move it. Just one to the left.
Okay.
To the. Yeah.
There's this as it comes off of Pastiche's head. Pastiche, you are free, and you can breathe now, and also you can see.
There you go, friend.
Thank you.
And I back up again, and sort of get into another sort of. And this time, oh no, that's Yeah, it's a bonus action. This time, I activate Shillelagh. So now the staff itself is also sort of like glowing, like the inscriptions and like carvings kind of glow in a faint, like faint red light.
Okay.
She kind of takes like a what's the stance? Like almost like a similar stance of like, you know, that like draw style of like samurai.
Yeah.
Oh, EI.
Yeah.
EI.
It's like she kind of like positions her staff in like sort of a similar sort of way to that, like ready to make an attack, but unable to because she used her attack action to lift that thing out instead of attacking.
All right. That ends your turn. Twig, you don't see anything.
What's there to see?
Yeah, what is there to see?
If I flank one of these creatures, will that negate the disadvantage from the darkness?
We'll say no because you don't see them. And
Okay.
well, yeah. Flanking does not work if you cannot see.
Uh-huh.
So you look around. There's just
There's
Night.
a little bit of nothing over there, a little bit of nothing over here.
can't even see your beak in front of your face.
Yes. I'm gonna disengage and then head over here.
Okay. You run out, breaking free of the opaque darkness, and then you see the rest of your companions. You see Makayla just rip off another stalactite monster off of Pastiche and slam it on the ground, and you run up to it and
I give Makayla a nod, impressed. And,
keep in mind that because you're playing rogue, right?
yes.
Keep in mind that because you're a rogue, you can cunning action to use disengage as a bonus action.
Yep,
And
that's
so
what
yeah, okay, cool.
I don't think I said it, but that's what my intent
Mhm.
was.
yeah.
And then I want to use Booming Blade on this guy.
Okay. Did I skip one of their turns? I feel like I did.
Maybe.
I think
feel like
I think I
one went
skipped
before me.
Yeah, I think
no,
you
the one
did.
goes, no, you didn't. Because the one on Thulius, Chomp Thulius,
Who's Thulius?
The one on Pastiche,
Pastiche.
jumps Pastiche.
and then this one did the Dark Ink, and then the other one, the last Dark Mental doesn't go until way later.
I thought. Okay. All right. Continue.
Unless, maybe that Dark Mantle didn't go?
I think you skipped that one's
yeah, I
turn.
think I skipped this one.
I think the only time is when you were making his initiative.
Okay.
This
All right,
one.
We'll continue to
All
it.
right.
A 12 hits.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
This is well, I can just wait on Booming Blade until it activates it.
Okay. You let's see.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. You'll get a load of Mitch though.
Yo, let's go,
Go,
Mitch.
Mitch.
Let's go, Mitch.
Mitch. He's gonna fly around. Do that actually. The deck is flying. There it is.
Mitch is a is a walking advantage granter.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yes, please.
Mitch is gonna swing at this dude. As owls do.
Before you do that,
Yes.
let's see here. A familiar cannot attack.
Wait, what?
Third sentence. A familiar can't attack, but it can take other actions as normal. So it cannot swing.
Oh, okay.
If you give it something gnarly like Dragon Breath or something, it can like exhale, and that's
Right.
fine. But it cannot Talon Scratch.
Okay.
Give it a rock. Let it throw it.
But it can do any other action, such as
Cast a touch spell.
Yeah, cast a touch spell. It can do that. That's because you're doing it.
Yeah.
You can take the help action, do improvise. Anything else that is not the attack action, that's fine.
Then instead it's going to go over here. And you said it can take the help action?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Can I help Zoaz?
Okay. We'll mark that so we don't forget. Ding! We'll give him the Mitch icon.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And just gonna chill out there.
Alright.
Meanwhile, oops, nonplussed at this octopus that just sucked on her face. Pastiche is gonna pull out their brush and spray a bunch of ink all over this guy.
Cringe.
Okay. He's going to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh no!
Unbelievable.
It's okay. I think this whole world is about to end next week. Like 5 different things stacked ready to kill him.
Yeah.
Alright, next. Do you want to move? Or stay there?
Stay there.
Okay.
Makayla's about to pop off.
Alright, so this dark mantle from... You guys hear a loud pop, like wow, like a sonic force as this one goes to leap and like furiously go and latch on to this fighter that has just appeared, and as it does, it just and explodes with sonic energy. And also, unfortunately, latches onto nothing because it was a ruse.
I'm just thinking of the Arceus Steel image now.
Oh yeah, Arceus Steel.
Zoaz, you feel reassured.
That's me.
Go
Wait,
ahead.
why did it fucking die?
Booming blade.
Oh.
Yeah. It leapt and then like the energy constricts and kills it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure generic Fighter-Man didn't kill it?
True. That's possible.
He jumped through it and he just exploded.
It's your turn, Zoaz. What's up?
Yes. Now, here's my assumption. Because I cannot see, the help action would not be able to negate the
fine.
disadvantage.
No,
Oh.
the help
What
action.
does?
Okay. Yeah, let's flavor it as like Mitch is making owl noises
Okay.
in the direction. So Zoaz spins his shotel and takes a horizontal swipe in the direction of those noises.
Go swipe at him. Well,
And and whips incredibly.
I'm ready for all campaign of Zoaz rolls. Well, do you want to? So, what else would you like to do? It looks like we're coming up on time, but I'm pretty sure Makayla is locked and loaded, so we're probably
Yeah, I guess Zoaz is just gonna end turn.
All right. Xalia, your illusion succeeded.
Happy about that. Is this one off
Yes.
people? Cool. Oh, we're gonna chill touch it.
Okay. Uh, 12 hits. What does campaign 2 chill touch look like?
Basically the same as usual, except she kind of just fucks around with whether or not it has claws. Actually, she gives it more fingers. It's like a 7-finger hand with claws.
All right.
This chill touch almost has enough fingers to play Dante in DMC 5.
All right.
It's just skeleton pokes it in each one of its eyes.
It recoils. It doesn't like that. It's like. Let's see. This dark mantle is going to think that, hey, that snake person was actually pretty tasty, and they're going to try to crush you again.
Rude.
Ow.
8 damage.
I I was gonna Shield of Faith Pastiche, but it would have done nothing. This Dark Mantle's going ham.
Oh, it's also attached to you? And you're blind again? And it's just chomping on you. This Dark Mantle is going to turn around, and then you guys hear like this fluttering noise as it flies through the air, as only an octopus can, and is going to ascertain your location through some manner and attack you with advantage. Does a 14 hit?
I have AC 14. Does that hit?
Just barely.
Yes. Okay.
7 damage. And is also attached to you.
Yes. So Zoaz is even blinder now.
Even blinder. Maybe you can see a little better now.
Yeah, maybe.
But all you see is octopus teeth. Chuman. You sense that the octopus has... you sense that the Dark Mantle has flown away and has, judging from the muffled cries, it has claimed a new victim.
Yeah, you're like...
Am I able to sort of tell where the direction the muffled voices come from?
Yeah,
no?
you can follow it.
It's pretty loud.
Alright, so... I'm going to run to Zoaz's location and shove him.
Okay. Do it. I dare you.
What do I need to roll? Athletics?
You roll athletics, and you're shoving Zoaz. So, Zoaz, you were suddenly rocked by a kinetic force. You can use. You can't use anything.
Yeah, even if I could, here's what I would say, is that Zoaz is so blind right now, and he can't even hear, right? Because his whole head is surrounded by leathery, gross noises.
Yeah.
You would have no idea that this is coming. Zoaz goes flying.
Yeah, with the natural 20, I'll... and Zoaz is like, Hooah!
He's flying right over here.
Okay, you push him 5 feet normally. I'll give you a bonus just because it's funny, and you push him 10 feet. Past the owl, Zoaz is stumbling like. he comes out of the cloud of darkness with an octopus on his head.
Yeah. You all you hear screaming from inside the cloud, and then the lizard man stumbling around, hands like trying to grab at the octopus, like swinging his head around, screeching.
Can I deter you and stay there?
And that's it.
Makayla! As you're steadying your aim, ready to do your strike, you see Zoaz out of the corner of your eye just stumble out of the darkness, almost fall with an octopus on his head. What would you like to do?
Hey, Pastiche, how much HP do you have?
His voice is muffled, you can't hear him. You can see the blood trickling down his elongated body, though.
There's a decent amount of it.
There's a lot of there's a lot of blood. He looks like he's not doing okay when he's being eaten.
God, well, what a massive decision. Hey, can I?
This game rolls!
So mad. I refuse to waste the spell though. So I'm gonna. Oh no! I'm gonna ready and attack. With literally everything. I'm gonna ready my Zephyr Strike attack for when Pastiche or whenever this Dark Veil is removed from Pastiche's head.
Okay. You would know to hold off your attack because it happened to you. Okay.
Yeah. Well, also, I don't want to. I'm gonna have to smack it, so I don't want to smack. I'm about to like giga smack it. I don't want to like I don't want to get the station this. I don't want to like.
So you're holding your action. What are you readying, and what is your trigger?
So I'm readying an attack with Zephyr Strike activation, so I'll have advantage. Or Shillelagh. I'm technically speaking, activating Zephyr Strike boosted Shillelagh attack.
Okay.
And for when this dark veil is removed.
Okay. When you hold an action, you cannot hold both a movement and an action, so you would need to get into position first.
You're ruining my cool.
No, we can.
No, it's fine.
We can continue the aesthetic. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
We'll say that we can say that you like do that. That like the movement is instant when you move, but like you have to get in the range first.
Alright, Twig.
What a
Yeah.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
Can I use my crowbar on the monster?
What does put the crowbar in the chat?
You're like trying to pry it off. Yeah, I'd say it. Like,
Yes.
What an answer.
You may apply the leverage of the crowbar to pry it off of Pastiche's head, and I will give you inspiration as well.
What an answer.
Second question. What does inspiration do?
Inspiration lets you reroll a d20.
Okay.
You can store it,
Yeah.
I believe.
yeah.
You can.
Because-
It's just you have inspiration. It's a
You-
resource.
You gain a mulligan.
Any,
Yeah, you could.
any
Alright,
d20
so this-
that you roll, you may opt to reroll it.
Does that work on death saves too?
Yeah, anything.
I never thought about
Yes,
that, but
yes,
now.
it does.
Oh.
You could even save it the whole campaign if you want.
You like rolled it.
Well, no, I actually used 2.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
I
Wait,
got another
you
one
take
that I
your-
forgot about later.
Take your crowbar.
Alright, so this will be strength check with advantage.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
Alright,
I swear to God.
What an answer.
I have good news. I have inspiration.
The way I do on inspiration is it lets you roll like the act of rolling a d20. So if you have advantage on the roll, you actually get to re-roll the advantage as well.
Oh my God.
Super advantage.
God.
Oh baby!
I was about to say,
God.
this octopus is on fire.
It was actually the first roll you got too, the 18. So yeah, I think there's like a splorch and like a ping as the octopus like flies off to the side from the leverage of the crowbar. Just it flies off. It like kind of grates its teeth against your neck, Pastiche.
Yeah. Pastiche kind of stumbles back, very disoriented.
But you do manage to see in time, Makayla.
Oh, yeah. Fucking. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't give me an. What's this other formula? Is that going to be an attack formula? Nope, it is not. I don't know what that is. Alright. -R. Oh, that's supposed to be an advantage. Let me do that again, just in case it crit.
I mean, it hits, I believe.
I could crit.
Fair enough.
No, it's not.
Reassuring you.
Yeah, so it hits, so that does 7 plus.
Okay, so you do
Oh,
a d8 of damage for Shillelagh.
Plus,
And then you do another d8 of damage for Zephyr Strike.
yeah, Shillelagh is plus wisdom for the damage, though.
Okay.
So 10, 14, and then plus my Swarmkeeper damage. The Gathering Swarm damage, it's 1d6.
Oh my goodness, we gotta truncate that item card. We gotta truncate that item card.
Yeah, don't worry, I just did that for your sake. I already have a macro for a 1d6, so I won't be clicking that all the time.
Alright, so...
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. So
Loaded.
D8 plus Wiz, that's 10, as you said. And then D8,
Yeah.
What's the
So
damage
foot
type?
is- So, huh?
What's the damage type for Zephyr Strike?
Zephyr Strike? That's a good question. What is
It
it?
is force damage.
Okay, yeah.
Then what's the damage type for your Swarmkeeper?
Piercing.
Okay. Alright, so what's the total damage?
What is that? 19?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, you win.
Exploded.
Yeah. Literally. I'm gonna say like.
Tell
So
me what
literally,
happened.
what she does is just straight up like. So far she's only ever like, as you've seen her, only moved kind of slowly, like kind of on the walking stick, kind of with weight. But like this attack, let's see if I can do it. She fucking slices through it like instantly, just fucking, and it just explodes afterwards, and she like retains her step and composure.
Cool.
You know, good old anime style.
And then you sheath your stick.
Yeah, I just like, I kind of put it back as like a normal walking stick stance, like, you know, perpendicular to the ground, just sort of tap the ground as it explodes and just all the damage hits at once.
Jesus.
Hyper
Exactly.
combo finish.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
Viper.
Which brings us to Mitch.
Go, Mitch.
Let's
Mitch
go,
rolls strength to get it off me.
No.
Let's go, Mitch.
I think since it is under my command and moving right before me anyway.
Mitch has a -4 to strength.
I'm gonna flavor this as Mitch just harassing that little octopus thing to take the help action. And then on my own turn, I'm gonna try and strip that thing off of Zoaz.
Okay. Go for it.
Strength check with advantage, yeah.
Yes, please. Let's see. The DC is 13.
I see.
It's so strong.
You you go to pull it, and with Mitch the owl kind of flapping and trying to distract them, it tightens its grip on Zoaz's head with its octopus teeth, and you hold off for fear of decapitating the Lizardfolk.
Fair enough.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Zoaz, things aren't looking so good.
Can I technically see this octopus?
Yes.
Things aren't looking at all, actually.
You can see and like you can smell its mouth. It smells like no.
Zoaz stops struggling for just a second and then raises his staff, and a sacred radiance descends upon the octopus above him. Heck
works.
yeah.
All right. Let's see. What is this? Radiant damage?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? So
It's like a burning light, is the way I interpreted it.
let me read something real quick. Oh, that's kind of broad. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's very broad.
Shipping! And you also... So it takes 2 damage, you also take 2 damage.
Oh.
As the burning radiance, it sears through the octopus, and then since it's wrapped around you and it's your head like in its maw, the searing radiance also goes to damage you a bit.
Mm-hmm. And then Zoaz is going to use his bonus action to Shield of Fate on himself.
Okay.
To get +2 AC for the duration.
+2 AC, alright. Xalia, there 1 octopus remains. Well, do you want to move? So...
No, she's not comfy here.
Okay.
It's warm up there. It's like nice.
Yeah, it's warm, it's cozy.
There's no umbrellas.
Yeah.
She's going to move Spider-Man around more.
Okay.
Like, kind of up through here and then maybe towards that way.
Okay.
About their actions. She's trying to bait out any more Dark Mantles.
Okay. I will keep this in mind.
Okay.
The
15 more Dark Mantles drop out this year.
So tune in next time. This Dark Mantle, however, is going to continue trying to eat the Lizard Man. +2 AC, so 17?
16.
You got a 21.
Gosh!
Jesus.
Crunch.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Take 4 damage.
Huh.
As it consumes and tries to crush your skull because your brains are tasty. Chuman, your turn.
Alright, so
Gotta say, on a scale of 0 to 21, I'm feeling like about an 8 right now.
But
Chuman
what you hear is... Go for it,
Chuman is quite upset, so he is going to come out of the shadows to where the sound is, and as he emerges from the shadows, you see his left eye just glowing red, and he's gonna try to tear him off of Zoaz.
Okay, go for it. One strength check. Nope.
Y'all. I better not hit 0 in the first encounter of the campaign.
Alright, so
Of all things,
this slippery stalactite octopus has a death grip on Zoaz's head. It's intent on devouring him. What would you like to do, Makayla?
unbelievable, dude.
You know how the adults speak in the Peanuts? Exactly. Lizard.
Makayla, this guide that's standing in for Elena.
Just kind of like, are you like flailing around trying to like lift it off, or
Yeah, basically.
okay?
You did see like
Unbelievable.
sort of a ball of like white flame impact into it. That's about it.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
I believe in the -1 rule.
Yeah, all right. It's like this is not a good. Why am I? I mean, I've succeeded twice before. You know what?
This party's not good at strength checks.
Okay, to be fair, I succeeded both of mine so far.
True.
I'm the only one who's been able to get this off.
I mean,
Hey!
Twig had an advantage,
so
and it
mad.
still
You
didn't.
get it again? Where do you want it?
Makayla seems to have alright strength. I mean,
Can I just like? Does it still technically have Booming Blade on this one, or no? That was a different one, right?
It's a different
Yeah, it's a different
the one that's the...
Okay. Let's see. When does this one get the move? Okay. I mean, I'll just leave it right there.
Okay.
I think it's totally fine right
So you
there.
rip it off.
Yeah.
Zoaz is covered in, like, nasty slime,
Bite marks.
bite marks.
Kind of took a chunk out of me.
Okay. So that's your action. And a
Yeah.
bonus
There you go,
action.
friend. Yeah. I mean, I'll just back up behind this strange random person.
Okay.
Illusion.
Twig. The Lizardfolk has been extricated from the mall.
Twig steps past the illusion, says, "Excuse me," and steps over here. Now, right now, I have only my scimitar equipped. Could I draw my dagger?
Yes.
Is that like an action or a bonus action?
No, you can. It's just something you can do.
Okay, then I'll just draw my dagger and make a regular attack.
Okay.
With advantage.
With advantageous. 16 will hit.
Alright.
Dang!
Woo!
And sneak attack?
Yeah,
Max
sneak attack
roll.
too.
Oh!
What a struggle
First
for the
two
opening.
16.
Yo, keep going though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll make a bonus action with my dagger for 1d4.
Okay.
Does this also get the advantage?
Yes, it does. Because it's all attack.
Wow.
Although sneak attack is once per turn, right?
Sneak
Yeah,
attack is
one
only
per
per
Yeah.
turn. 20 will also hit.
16 will also
Yo,
hit.
cut him though.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god.
You ever just do 20 damage?
Rogues. right,
Imagine being able to...
Is this because you end up using your inspiration and still couldn't get them all?
Alright, so...
No, you
Alright.
got him off the inspiration.
So Twig, seeing that you have seeing that the octopus is no longer on Zoaz's head, you take out your dagger, just pluck it off your belt, you take your scimitar, and how would you like to end combat?
I just want to slice and dice it as much as possible.
Okay, you go with a whirling dervish of quick moves that you learn just to both distract and catch it off guard, and also jab your stabby utensils into its soft fleshy bits. You rip apart this cloak of a stalactite, and you save the day. It had exactly 4 hit points left.
Twig raises his hands in the air and mimics the game runner from town earlier. Ah, we have a winner! Behold!
Like, can I just say that I'm not saying my character is anywhere near optimized, but you know, I had to take a specific cantrip and like use a level 1 spell slot, and you just get that as like and have a subclass, and you just get that as like a base feature as a rogue, just to do 20 damage.
Yeah, he just explodes things.
You do that every round.
Yeah,
Just,
but
you
I
know.
mean, you get 2 attacks. He does not.
True.
I mean extra attack. You get extra attack. Rogues don't get extra attack.
Oh, rogues?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Rogue doesn't get
okay,
extra
that's where
attack,
that-
so
that's-
they explode early, but
that's
then
where that comes from.
That's
Does
it.
my Swarmkeeper activate on both attacks, or is it just once?
So Twig, triumphant
Once.
as you cut apart this stalactite. Its rocky exterior, having the texture of leather and just old coats. You cut it apart, and as there's an illusion of Mr. Generic Fighter Man going
Running around.
clomping around. Oh, sorry, clomping soundlessly around as Xalia is scouting for more dark mantles. You all are afforded a brief respite and a clue of the dangers that lie ahead that Juice and her companion Rizbif managed to avoid or defeat on their own. And as the sand pours from the floating islands in the sky, you all catch your breath from this melee that you had. Examine your companions and prepare yourselves for the next leg of your journey and your ascent.